For here the religion that languishes in crowded cities or steals shamefaced to hide itself in dim churches, flourishes greatly, filling the soul with a solemn joy, face to face with nature on the vast hills at eventide. Who does not feel himself near to the unseen? A lifelong intimacy with animals has got me out of the common notion that they are automata with a slight infusion of intelligence in their composition. The mind in beast and bird, as in man, is the main thing. The puma is, with the exception of some monkeys, the most playful animal in existence. I am not a lover of lawns. Rather would I see daisies in their thousands, ground ivy, hawkweed, and even the hated plantain with tall stems, and dandelions with splendid flowers and fairy down, than the too well-tended lawn. Now that we are cool, he said, and regret that we hurt each other, I am not sorry that it happened. Animals of all classes, old and young, shrink with instinctive fear from any strange object approaching them. There are many green dragons in this world of wayside inns, even as there are many white hearts, red lions, silent women and other incredible things. We know that our senses are subject to decay, that from our middle years they are decaying all the time, but happily it is as if we didn't know and didn't believe. When the religious Cooper confesses in the opening lines of his address to the famous Yardley Oak that the sense of awe and reverence it inspired in him would have made him bow himself down and worship it but for the happy fact that his mind was illumined with the knowledge of the truth, he is but saying what many feel without in most cases recognizing the emotion for what it is. The sense of the supernatural in nature. In the evening of that day, after completing my preparations, I supped on the remaining portions of the sloth, not suitable for preservation, roasting bits of fat on the coals and boiling the head and bones into a broth, and after swallowing the liquid I crunched the bones and sucked the marrow. Of all the people I have ever known, you are the only one I don't know. My feathered friends were so much to me that I am constantly tempted to make the sketch of my first year as a book about birds and little else. Boys are always inarticulate where their deepest feelings are concerned. However much they may desire it, they cannot express kind and sympathetic feelings. There are few places in England where you can get so much wildness and desolation of sea and sandhills, wood, green marsh and grey saltings as at Wells in Norfolk. In going back we must take our present selves with us. The mind has taken a different color, and this is thrown back upon our past. The most dreadful scenes, the worst in Dante's Inferno, for example, can be visualized by the inner eye, and sounds, too, are conveyed to us in a description so that they can be heard mentally, but it is not so with smells. This land may be profitable to those that will adventure it. A sea setting us upon the ice has brought us close to danger. I used all diligence to arrive at London, and therefore I now gave my crew a certificate under my hand, of my free and willing return, without persuasion or force by any one or more of them. As fair a land as was ever trodden by the foot of man. The land is the finest for cultivation that I ever in my life set foot upon. Were our own industrious farmers to settle here, they would soon transform this wilderness into a paradise where no man need ever go hungry. Never have I beheld such a rich and pleasant land. A sea setting us upon the ice has brought us close to danger. I used all diligence to arrive at London, and therefore I now gave my crew a certificate under my hand, of my free and willing return, without persuasion or force by any one or more of them. These natives are a very good people, for when they saw that I would not remain, they supposed that I was afraid of their bows, and, taking their arrows, they broke them in pieces and threw them into the fire. This land may be profitable to those that will adventure it. Have you ever observed a hummingbird moving about in an aerial dance among the flowers, a living prismatic gem? It is a creature of such fairy-like loveliness as to mock all description. Bear in mind that the children of life are the children of joy, that the lower animals are only unhappy when made so by man, that man alone of all the creatures has found out many inventions, the chief of which appears to be the art of making himself miserable, and of seeing all nature stained with that dark and hateful color. We know that our senses are subject to decay, that from our middle years they are decaying all the time, but happily it is as if we didn't know and didn't believe. You cannot fly like an eagle with the wings of a wren. Animals of all classes, old and young, shrink with instinctive fear from any strange object approaching them.